Alright, this is going to be an updated review of the KUIU Pro LT 4000. So I had an initial video out after I had a couple weeks on the pack. It wasn't terribly done, but it wasn't great. That was my first YouTube video. So I decided I'm going to redo it. I've got a lot more time on the pack now. I've put a lot more weight in it. We're going to talk about likes, dislikes, and we're going to do a pack dump to show you what you can fit in this pack. So 4,000 cubic inches, in my opinion, excellent size for a day pack, probably more than you need, but the thing I really like about it is it'll also get me through about 4 days of spike camping. And I'll show you what's inside of there that I would use for that. So, starting off on the back, I just got an orange glassing pad. This one's KUIU, obviously any brand will do, but I do like having orange out the back. On the side here, I like to keep my spotting scope and tripod put together. So this just straps in, it stays there extremely well, nice and secure, balances the bag out well with the rifle on the other side, and I don't even notice it's there. Spotting scope is an Athlon Aries 65mm. You've got this front outside pocket. I know a lot of guys want to use this for a spotting scope, and that spotting scope fits in here without any issue whatsoever. Not only the spotting scope, but I can put the spotting scope in there, a puffy coat, rain pant, and a pack cover. So a lot of room there. That will easily hold 85mm and probably something even a little bit smaller than that. So front pocket here, you got the side zip to this front pocket, really well designed. Even with these straps strapped, your side compression straps, you can still get in and out of here. No problem. Even with a bow or a gun on the back here, you can access this pocket. So very well designed, a lot of space here. So in that pocket right now, I have first aid / survival kit. I have a 2.5 layer Gore-Tex rain jacket, which is a big jacket, but super nice to have if the weather goes south. KUIU pack cover. And a Cabela's Space rain pant. So again, a lot of room in that pocket, even with the main bag stuffed full. So if you can look in here, you can see this has a lot of its own space. So you can see that the main bag does protrude in here a little bit. If the main bag is extremely full like it is now, you're gonna lose probably 15–20% of the capacity of that pocket. But again, it still has a lot of its own space. It's not relying on space from the main bag, which is huge, and something that a lot of pack companies really seem to struggle with. So, moving on to the tent here on the bottom, we've got these straps that keep the bag tight to the frame. They work great for holding stuff on the bottom. This tent is a Eureka Timberline 4-man. It's a very large tent. It weighs about 8.5 pounds. If we use this hunting, this gets split between 2 people, but just to show what you can strap on the bottom, I left it all together. So with this large tent down there, you've got about 2.5 inches left on these bottom straps. So if you're a guy that wants to carry a big synthetic sleeping bag or something like that down there, you're either going to have to really stuff it under those straps, or you're going to have to find another option. So that's about maxed out, but again, that's a fair size tent. Also be advised, if you're using this to carry meat with the bag still on, you're going to lose 2 to 3 inches off those straps, so you might have to find another plan for carrying your tent down if you have a successful hunt. So side pockets here, love them. Again, this bag is extremely full, about as full as it'll get. You can still get a water bottle in here, and it stays just fine when you're not flopping the pack around. So you've got one on each side, works great for tripod, works great for like a big Nalgene water bottle, and it's still functional when the bag is full, which is really important to me because I like water. Top pocket. So on the top of the bag here, right above this front pocket, you've got the top pocket. They butt up to each other, so they have about the same depth inside of them. Inside here, even with the bag full, I've got a spork, a big Cat9 pump for purifying water, headlamp, wet wipes, and then you've got this mesh partition in here with a zipper. Inside the partition, you have a hook to hang your car keys from so they don't get lost, which is an excellent idea. And in there, I've got a couple chem lights and some extra 550 cords. So Again, just like the front pocket, very well designed. Even with the bag stuffed full, you're still gonna have about 80% capacity in this pocket, which is nice to get the things the guy needs quickly and a lot, like a pump or toilet paper or a headlamp. So absolutely love the pocket layout. Everything is functional when the bag is full. Moving on to the main bag, 4 straps here. Horseshoe zip, which I really like. And hopefully everything stays in. So inside the main bag, I'm set up again for a late season elk hunt, which is what I usually do. This is a First Light Uncapagre puffy coat. Kill kit with everything I need to get started on an elk in there. Bags, knife, small knife, sharpener, emergency blanket to lay the meat on, some 550 cord and some gloves. Uncapagre puffy pants. This is a Jetboil Stash stove, so it's got everything I need inside of it. The fuel cylinder, the stove, a cup, the burner. I'm really digging the stove. Very light, very small, but with good power. This is a KUIU Katana soft shell jacket. Food, all right, so right now I'm packed up for about a 4-day hunt. Inside this bag, which you can get off the KUIU website for about 20 bucks, I have 3 stripped MREs and I believe 2 mountain houses. Yep. So we've got 3 stripped MREs, 2 mountain houses. By stripped MRE, I mean you open the MRE bag and take out all the fluff. So everything you're not going to eat. For me, that's the cappuccino. I take out all the accessory packets. I keep a couple of the toilet papers, but you're still bringing with almost all the food. You're just getting rid of the cardboard and all the extra packaging. On top of the 3 MREs and 2 mountain houses in there, I need another bag here. Mine broke last year. It was not that bag, by the way. I have 3 more mountain houses. So I have a total of 5 mountain houses, 3 MREs. That's 8 meals. That's going to be more than enough for 4 days. I don't eat a lot when I'm working hard. I should, and I try to, but I'm not always great at it. And on top of that, there was some extra room in this main bag, which I should have showed you. There was some extra room in this top pocket, and there's almost nothing in the hip belt pocket. So I'm going to be stashing snacks all over the place. So I have the 8 full meals, plus I'm going to have snacks all over in here. This is a Nemo pillow. It's a foam top pillow, packs into its own little bag that's sewn into it. Really like that. I won't go camping or hunting without it. Climate insulated static V sleeping pad. Again, you can get smaller and lighter sleeping pads, but you're going to pay 2 to 3 times as much. This pad has been really good. I've had it for 3 years now, and it's done everything I wanted it to, including keeping me warm when I'm sleeping on snow. So this is just an extra pair of lightweight silk weight long underwear. So this is Army ECWCS level 1. This is what I wear hunting down to 0 degrees. So about 0 to 40 degrees, this is phenomenal. It's extremely comfortable. I wouldn't leave home without it. Bottom of the bag here, I actually packed for a Boundary Waters trip in northern Minnesota. So this is a 40-degree Columbia sleeping bag. My 0 degree down bag actually packs down a little bit smaller than this. So just know that this is about the same size as a 0 degree down bag. And last in the main compartment, aside from that, is just a hygiene kit. So when this bag comes, it comes with 4 straps in here that are spare for strapping stuff to this back. You have 2 cross straps and 2 angled straps. I pulled them off and I use them for other stuff, which we'll cover in a little bit. But where those straps attach is perfect for the Exo Mountain Gear hang bags here. You just literally feed that in. You can unbuckle. This will obviously stay at camp when I get there. I'm not going to carry this everywhere I go. I have one of those for each side here. As you seen, the other one was in the front pocket today. Covers the main bag, the front pocket, the top pocket, and these 2 bungee water bottle / tripod pockets. We'll move around to the sides here quick. So when I ordered this, it comes with the bag, the frame, the suspension, and 2 hip belt pockets, which is much appreciated. A lot of places you got to buy the hip belt pockets separately, and they're about 20-25 bucks a piece. But these were included. Total, I paid about $480 for this bag setup. So the strap system here, really nice. Everything stays super tight. I've not yet had a strap loosen up when I've been using this bag. And it allows you accessories like bear spray. I've also taken this pouch off a few times, run a handgun holster on this nice wide webbing that goes underneath there, and that's worked very well for a handgun. These pockets got a fair amount of capacity. You can move them front to back a little bit. They sit really well. So let's talk about some negatives since we're at the pockets. So there are a few things that aggravate me about this pack. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't get paid anything to do this. This is just my review for people like me that are going to spend their hard-earned money on a pack. So a few misses with this pack by KUIU, nothing significant or that you can't get over. One is the pockets don't re-zip one-handed. So the way they're designed, you can easily unzip them with one hand, but they won't re-zip one-handed just based on the design. I don't find that to be a huge issue. When I'm wearing the pack, I can reach the pockets just fine with the pack on and loaded down, so it's not hard for me to grab it with the second hand and re-zip it. But I would like to see them change the design a little bit so that you can both open and close that one-handed, all right? I'm glad you can open it one-handed. You can get out your headlamp or your rangefinder or whatever you need quickly, stick it back in there, but then you're gonna need that second hand to close it. So miss number one on this pack, again, very minor, is you cannot close these one-handed. And I know I'm not wearing the bag right now, but it is the exact same when you are wearing the bag. You'll have to take my word for it. Miss number two. KUIU did not extend the padding on these shoulder straps down below this buckle. So I found it's not an issue with normal weights, 30 to 45 pounds, but I've been hiking with up to 110 pounds in here. Once I get some time on with that kind of weight, I'm a fair chested guy, I got a 45-inch chest. This sucks down really tight, and this starts digging into me. There's no reason they could not have extended this padding down another 1.5 inches. I think that would have overall made the suspension a little more comfortable and would have kept this from rubbing on my chest when I'm hiking, all right? I'm not getting blisters from it. It's certainly not debilitating or something I can't deal with, but it would have been more comfortable if they would have simply extended that padding down about another 1.5 inches. Miss number three, something they're probably not going to fix because it's probably necessary, but small aggravation of mine. When you go to run this horseshoe zip, you hit the buckle every time. If you look back in the video to me unpacking it, you're going to see me going around these buckles. So when there's stuff in the bag, it naturally pulls those buckles flat over the zipper. So you got to remember, you got to kind of use your fingers and get around behind it. Again, probably necessary for the strength of these buckles, but just something to note. You got to make a mental note to get around behind them buckles. It's obviously the same on both sides. Which brings us to miss number four. When you get this bag, they got compression straps on the side here, 2 on each side. They work very well at compressing the main bag down to the frame. You can fold everything in. It gets really nice and small. Great for day hunting. You could still use your water bottle pockets and your front pockets, which is nice. But the aggravation comes in here. So you have these 2 side straps that compress everything down on the side. They hold the main bag in. On top, they have no system for compressing this main bag up to the frame. So when you fill this front pocket, like I always do, because it's super easy to get to, you get some weight out here. It's just kind of hanging out there, which really aggravated me. So I have quickly found a couple solutions to that. One is a lid, which is my next aggravation, and we'll talk about in a minute. The other is I pulled these straps out from inside the bag. Grab the wrong ones here. Still not it. Here we go. So again, I said it came with 4 straps inside the bag. Simple solution to fix this issue. KUIU's got these tie down points all over their bag, which is very much appreciated. Here, 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 here. So all I did was pull these two straps from inside the bag. There's a loop up here on top. There's a loop right here on the front. These are the quick disconnect buckles on the end here. Feed that through there, tighten it up. Same thing with this other one. And problem solved. All right, so this was my main aggravation with this bag until again I quickly figured out that I could just take the two straps, cross straps from inside, hook them up to these slots, which may be designed for this, although KUIU makes no mention of it. We can tighten them down, that fixes that. So now I can put stuff in this front pocket, and that's gonna hold the bag in nice and tight to the frame. I can still get to it underneath there. Or if I got something really big, obviously you just unclip these. So problem solved. That was one of my main issues with this pack. Having said that, KUIU should have included something, just a single strap across the top here or a clip. I mean, this is a nice bag. You pay a fair amount of money for it. There's no reason that the top of your bag should be flopping out there. But again, first fix, pull these two buckles from inside there, or these two straps, that fixes it right up. And it's only an issue when the bag is almost completely empty. When I have day hunting gear in here, you get some support underneath this top pocket with puffy coats or rain gear, and it's really not noticeable. But when it's almost completely empty, I did notice that likes to flop around. That brings me to my last miss or gripe about this pack. When I bought the pack, I had intended on adding a lid to it. That way you add about 400 to 500 cubic inches, and it gives you the ability to stash stuff between the top of the pack here and the lids. So you could put a sleeping bag here or something if you needed more room in the main bag, put the lid on top to protect that, cinch that down, and that would be a way to gain extra capacity out of this. Because it's not a cinch top or a roll top, that is the one downside of the horseshoe zip, is you really can't add vertical capacity inside the bag. The lid was a simple solution for that. So when I bought the pack and got everything in and decided I was keeping it because I liked it, I called KUIU because I couldn't find a lid on their website. And they informed me they do not sell lids for this pack individually. And I said, that's asinine. You guys make a lid for the 5500. I'm sure that would work fine. You know, how do I get that? And she said, nope. Our policy is that we don't sell lids individually. You have to buy it as a kit with the bag. And this bag does not come with the lids. So I got aggravated, as many people would, I think, and went out and bought a lid from a different company. So again, the thing the lid lets you do is put something like this on here. When the pack is full, put the lid on top and strap that in place. I went out and got a lid from XO Mountain Gear. As luck would have it, and the dimensions were listed on the website, which helped. This lid fits this bag almost perfectly. According to some reviews I've seen on the XO website, it probably fits it as good or better than the XO bag itself. So if you want a 4000 and you're looking for a lid to add a little more internal volume and to be able to compress things to the top of the pack, XO Mountain Gear sells the lid and the strap set for about $55. Fits very well on this pack. I got the two straps with it. I attach them down here, run them up to the front, and then on the back, you've got this bridge strap here for the load. You've got all this extra strap hanging off of this buckle when you're not using it. So I just attach the buckles for the back side of the lid to that. I'm not going to show you because it would take me some time to get it on there. But again, if you're looking for a lid, that's an excellent option. So we've covered the things that I don't so much like about the bag. What do I like about the bag? Almost everything. So literally, the pockets are extremely well thought out. Even with the bag stuffed as full as you can get it, you still got about 80% capacity in this front pocket and this top pocket. You could still use these for nail jeans, tripods and such with the bag stuffed full. I like the hip belt pockets. They're really comfortable. They're easy to get into. Again, I mentioned they're not so easy to close one-handed, but not a deal breaker for me. As a note, I did put an XO Mountain Gear cartridge holder in this one. KUIU sends these pockets out with Velcro on the back. The cartridge holder is held in by Velcro, and that works extremely well. Holds, I believe it's 7 extra rounds. I've been shooting a few as I've been practicing with the pack, so I'm not exactly sure what's left, but works very well. Other likes, for me, these are huge. The lumbar pad and the belt are, in general, top notch. This is the first pack I've ever had that'll actually stay on my hips. So I'm built like an upside down triangle. I got a 45-inch chest, about a 40-inch gut, a 36-inch waist, and no butt. So I've always struggled with packs staying on my hips. This is aggressive enough with this grippy on here, and it's a large enough pad that when coupled with these really well contoured hip belts, this pack stays up. I was out hiking the other day with 110 pounds, which is not something I do a lot because I don't want to get injured, but I do try out the pack with that. On a side note, when I load that much weight, I'm jumping up and down, I'm tipping side to side. I go down to my knees and flop back on my butt. I roll over and stand up. So I'm running that weight from every angle and nothing has moved on this pack. The shoulder straps stay in place. There's absolutely no indication that this pack cannot haul that much weight or more. But back to this suspension system. First one in a long time. The other day I had 110 pounds on. I tightened it down to where I was tightening my last pack. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and loosen it a little bit and see at what point this actually starts to slide with that much weight on. I had loosened the belt about 40 to 50% before I noticed it was just very slightly creeping down. So enormous difference in belts between this and a lot of packs I've run. This one stays right where you put it. You don't have to crank it down super tight to get it to stay there, which makes it very comfortable. The one thing I have noticed, and the one downside to having a pad this aggressive, is if I'm just wearing a light t-shirt like I am today, this will kind of pull on my back skin when I'm running really heavy weights. So again, that 80 to 110 pounds is the only time I notice it. Not debilitating, but it's not something I would want to do for miles on end. Having said that, when I hunt rifle seasons, it's late, it's cold, and I'm always wearing more than just a super lightweight t-shirt. Hip strap adjustment, super simple, very well designed. In my opinion, probably the best design out there. It takes a matter of seconds. You peel the Velcro up. They've got to stay on the backside that slides in a slot. And not only can you adjust it up and down, you can adjust it in and out, which is really important. So I mentioned I have a 45-inch chest. I'm a fair-sized guy, but I'm not very wide. So for me, the ability to bring the bottoms out and tip this top in a little bit was critical. I have a couple injuries to my left rotator cuff, and this, I mean, you can put this pack exactly where you want it on your shoulders. So very well designed. Again, overall, this bag is super, super nice. It's super well designed. It's extremely lightweight. It's hauled heavy weights well. I love this handle here. So if I have 110 pounds in it, I don't have to pick it up with the shoulder strap and risk breaking that loose. I haven't tried that. I have picked it up with about 40 pounds in there by one strap, thrown it over my shoulder and bounced around, and nothing has moved. I'm guessing with 100 plus pounds that probably would not be the case. So overall, this bag, very well made, very lightweight, very high quality, most comfortable bag I've ever wore. Stays on my hips for the first time ever, and I've run several packs both in the military and on the civilian side. I'm going to give this bag a solid 9 out of 10. Again, now that I have this fixed. Before that, it was about an 8 with this flopping around. It was really bothering me, but again, pulling these straps and just putting them there, super simple. This was another strap that came inside. This one's a little different design. This was one of the angled straps. I use this for my butt pad, but you could also run that up top, and that would allow you to compress this down even more. With the buckle set up and the sewing the way it is here, you're going to have a little bit of a gap here, just because of the way that's made. But again, once you get something in the pack, that goes away. This is more than adequate. This also allows me to attach stuff to the top of the bag when I'm not running the XO lid. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos. I also have a mystery ranch on the way for my boy, so I'll be comparing that to this. This is going with me to the Boundary Waters Wilderness area in another month, and then it's going out west hunting. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try and look in now and then and answer questions. Again, overall, I love this pack. Very well functioning. I mean, I'm packing this thing as full as I can get it. Running the zippers hard, putting 110 pounds in there, bouncing around the lawn, and again, no indications whatsoever that this won't hold up. So good job to KUIU, solid 9 on that. If they would fix those couple issues, it'd be a 9.5, because nothing ever gets a 10. Let's be honest, nothing's perfect. So good luck hunting, get in shape, and again, if you have questions, leave them below. Thank you.